The next thing we talk about is being able to say, I love you to you. Now, this is so important. I have to credit my mom for this. My mom lived till she was 99 and a half, and she was always spouting words of wisdom. And when people ask me who was my greatest mentor, I have to say it was my mom. It was just the way I was raised, the things she taught me. And one of the things she said to me was, you have to be able to look in the mirror and say, not only I love you, but you also have to be able to say, I like you. I like you and I love you. This is not conceited. This is not being, a kind of person who worships themselves. This is someone who says, you're a pretty good human being. You treat people well. You try to do the best job you can. You are trying to make a difference in the world. You want to have an impact. You want to leave a legacy. There's a lot of things you want to do. And in order to do those things, you have to love yourself. Because until you love yourself, you can't love anybody else. So it's so key and so important for you to be able to say that. So I want you to try that. I want you to look in the mirror and say, I love you. And there is nothing wrong with that. Now, I will tell you, some people have trouble saying I love you, not only to themselves, but to other people as well. And one of the things that I have learned, and I'm so happy I learned this, because without it, I think I would be living a much heavier life. And that is the one thing I have learned, because I can say I love you, is forgiveness. Forgiveness was very difficult for me. I used to, when somebody really did something horrible to me, I would harbor this resentment, and I would go along with this little thing on my shoulder, and I would say, wow, why did they do that to me? I don't deserve that, all of that kind of thing. Once I learned to forgive, then I could say I love you to a lot of other people. Now, I do tell you that I do say that to people. I say, not only I like you, but I love you. And I say it all the time to my cats. I always say I love you to my cats. I must say it 20 times a day to them. But most important is being able to look in the mirror and say, I love you. And if you can't say that, then something is wrong. Something is wrong internally with you, and you need to look at that, because you should be able to like who you are and love who you are, and that is a big part of mindset, and it's a big part of positive thinking, and a big part of everything that we have talked to about up to this point.